This is the 1980 Mercedes-Benz W116 280S, and it was introduced in 1972 and was the first Mercedes-Benz to adapt to the S model line. As I just mentioned, this was the first car to be pronounced as the S-Class. There were also other vehicles that had a 280 SE, for example, which had an injection motor, or 280 SEL, which had an injection motor and had a lengthened wheelbase, which means that they were longer than the normal produced vehicles. This particular unit was made in late 1979 and was delivered on January 18, 1980. This generation S-Class was known for its good safety development and was a very safe car, with the first car ever to be delivered with the optional ABS system in December of 1978. The W116 was also a very early car to have front disc brakes, which was a new invention for an improved safety of the vehicle. Exterior and interior-wise, there were more than 1000 total customization possibilities. As said earlier, this model is the 280S, which is actually the base model with an optional automatic with an 2746cc or 2.8 liter inline 6 that produces 156 horsepower and 226 Newton meters of torque. As said earlier, this is the optional 4-speed automatic transmission that was a 3-speed before, and the predecessor of the vehicle was the W108 or W109. These vehicles were made between 1965 and 1972, all had petrol engines and were also very popular and were made almost 350,000 times in this 7-year span. The successor of the vehicle was the W126, which was one of the most successful S-Classes ever produced. You can also find an in-depth detailed review of a W126 560 SEL Carrot Cullinan edition on my channel. The car has an average fuel consumption of 11 liters per 100 kilometers combined, and because of the car having such a high fuel consumption, the fuel tank has a capacity of 96 liters. The engine lets the car reach a top speed of 119 km an hour, which is actually quite high for an automatic vehicle of that time. And the 0 to 100 or 62 miles an hour time is 12.5 seconds, which is kinda slow, but because it's an automatic vehicle, the 0 to 60 time was increased by almost a second. The length of the vehicle is almost 5 meters. With an incoming 4 meters and 96 centimeters, the car is actually one of the largest cars Mercedes offered at that time. The options the car has were the sunroof and the radio. The car also could have an AC, but there was an option that was not chosen for it. The interior of the car has actually a really dark blue vinyl. The seats of the car have a really dark blue vinyl on the sides, and in the middle it has a grayish print. The floor mats of the car are made of the D5088 blue color. The headlights of the car are adjustable, which is also kind of common for its time, and the front seats have headrests as well and are big and comfortable. The rear seats don't have headrests, unlike the front seats, but still have plenty of leg room because of the car being 4 meters and 96 centimeters in length. Throughout the exterior of the car there are a lot of chrome parts that can be found around the bumper and the chassis of the vehicle, and the mirrors are adjusted by hand and are big enough a good view of the surroundings of the vehicle around the car. The wheels are 14-inch and are made of steel. However, the earlier W116s received wheels with hubcaps that were painted in the color of the car, so the wheels changed over the years. This generation of the S-Class was made 473,000 times between 1972 and 1980. This particular model was the second most popular model after the 280 SE and was made 122,848 times, a total of 26% of the total production. Even though it was the base model, it had a price of 24,678 euros in 1980, and converted to 2022 this would have been 65,619 euros. Also, 1980 was the last year this car was sold new.